Hi guys, it's your girl Tiffany London and I'm back with another video. Now today I'm going to be telling you guys a story time video. Now this story time is about the time my best friend stole my boyfriend. Literally, like that's what she did. It's a really long story time and I'm just trying to like get through this story time so I can tell you guys. So let's just go ahead and get started. Now, okay. So this happened when I was like 14 years old and the guy I was talking to was like my first boyfriend ever. Like I really like this guy like so much. Like I can't even like begin to get into like how much I like this guy because I like this guy a lot. So he was like, let me tell you, like he was like a nice caramel complexion. He was like brown skin. He had really pretty green eyes. Yes, he was going to Excelsior Community College, high school, whatever you call that high school. He was going to that high school and he was an athlete. When I said this guy was an athlete, he was like an athlete for real. Like he did every kind of sport you could think of. He played basketball, he played cricket, he played football, he ran track. So like for every season of sports that it was, like this man would be competing in all these sports. So what had happened was I had moved schools and I moved to this new school. So I moved to Kingsway High School and I was the new girl. I arrived at that high school like before Easter break. Before Easter break is when I arrived at that high school. So I was the new girl on school, and if you've ever been the new girl or the new guy in school, like you know, like when you new and nobody knows you, like everybody just like be looking at you, talking about you, like you the topic. Like when people see you at lunch, like when people see you around campus, they're like, I ain't never seen that girl before. Like, who is that girl? Like, you constantly like get stared at. Like when you the new girl, like you constantly get stared at. Like everybody just looking at you. Some people being mean. Some people want to get to know you. Yada yada yada. So I was the new girl at school, and people was trying to get to know me. People were just like staring me down and whatnot. So this girl, let me tell you how she became my best friend. So basically, this girl, you know, she saw me at lunch. There was like a bunch of girls. There was like a bunch of girls, like, you know, looking at me, chatting at me, and I was like fairly tall. I was in the 8th grade. I was really tall. She came over to me, she started talking to me and stuff, and she was like asking me where I'm from, why did I move, all that stuff. Told her, and apparently I lived on the boulevard. Like I live on the boulevard. I lived at like Washington Gardens, and she lived at like Doherty Park. So that's like very close. Like that's like a half a mile from where I stay at. So she was just like, oh my God, that's so cool. We live at the same place. So from there, our friendship began that we started going home together and we started going to school together. So she'd wait, we like make sure like we get on the same bus. Like I call her like, oh my God, girl, what bus you on? We leave out at the same time. So we'd start communicating to and from school together. And then after that, it evolved into we started having lunch together all the time. And then like she'd wait on me, like she'd know my whole class schedule. She'd be like at the door of my classes, like waiting on my classes. Like if she had a free session, she'd walk with me to our next class. Sometimes we'd even like ditch classes together, like just chilling, hanging out. That was our friendship, and like we became like best friends. We were like inseparable. She was like the world to me. So my boyfriend that I was talking to, like I want to say like I met him on like BBM. Like we met on BBM and then we met up in person and then like we started dating. Mind you, this girl that became my best friend, she was in the 10th grade, I was in the 8th grade, and the guy that I was talking to, that I was dating, that I met on BBM, let's call him Jay. He was also in like grade 10, but he went to Excelsior and me and this girl was going to Kingsway together. So me and Jay, like our relationship, like it just grew over time. Like we became like very close, and we like said that we were gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend, which we were. So basically he was an athlete. So every Friday, because that's the only day that like athletes don't train, like they don't train on Fridays, so like that's the only day like that he would like we would meet up in Halfway Tree together. Now Halfway Tree on a Friday is like it's like the place to be. Like if you're a high schooler, it's a place to be. Like if you're not on a Halfway Tree on a Friday, girl, I don't know what you're doing, because on Halfway Tree on a Friday, everybody was like there. Everybody's there. Couples are there, friends are there, cliques are there, gangs are there. Like we're all there. Like everybody from every walks of life that goes to a high school is at Halfway Tree on a Friday, just chilling, meeting, buying food. Like it's just like a whole meet and greet kind of scene at Halfway Tree on a Friday, which is what we did. So like on a Friday, like me and Jay, we'd be in Halfway Tree, we'd walk. So this is what we do basically. Like he lives in Spanish Town, I live on the boulevard. So the Spanish Town like has to pass the boulevard to get to Spanish Town. So we just take the same bus. Obviously, I'd come off like super fast, like before him, but we'd always like just take. We'd either take like a Costa bus or a JUTC bus. We would like to walk to like you know, like where the Spanish Town buses load in Halfway Tree. We'd like walk all the way down to like the past like the car place and like go to that bus. So basically, like when the Spanish Town bus is coming from Spanish Town and it's going into Halfway Tree, we'd get on it there and we'd get seats and then it would load and then it would go back up. And then basically, like me and Jay, we talk on the phone all the time. We'd send each other all sorts of pictures, like all sorts of pictures that, oh my God, like all sorts of pictures. We send each other like all sorts of pictures. So yeah, basically, I knew his dad. His dad really liked me. Like his dad loved me. I mean, every guy that I ever talked to, their dads, their uncles, their granddads, all liked me. Like I've never met a dad that doesn't like me. Like dads love me, okay? Like dads love me. So his dad like really really likes me or whatever. His dad likes me for him cuz I don't know, like something about me. I'm just like really charming, I guess. Like I'm just like really charming, I guess. So his dad really likes me. I never saw his mom. I don't know. I don't even know what happened to his mom. Like he never spoke of his mom. I never saw his mom. But he had this cousin who used to go to Holy Child with, and she did not. You're in my shot. Get out of my shot. She had this cousin who used to go to Holy Child with. She didn't like me, nor did I care. Like, didn't care if she liked me or not. But she didn't like me. But apart from that, like, I knew his dad. His dad had like a phone shop. So he would like always have like different types of phones. He'd always have a phone. Like he'd never have like a phone issue like ever. So me and Jay were like really close, and like sometimes I'd be on him like, you know, who's texting you, like, and I take his phones. Like when we're going home in the afternoons together, like I'd take his phones, like, let me see like what's going on in your phone. And sometimes I'd be like, I'm gonna take this phone home with me and I'm gonna have your phone like all weekend. And he just like let me take his phone. He'd let me take his phone like all weekend. I'd have his phone with me for like the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, come to next week Friday. But because his dad had like a phone shop, like he would just like get like a different phone, like a different number, and just like communicate with me off that. But you know, like I would take his phones and I'd have his phones all weekend. I'd go through his phones. There would be like, I never found anything to like ever make me mad. And we were just like really close, really loved him. I was a virgin. I was 14, obviously. I really loved him. We were really close. And I was actually like planning to let him take my virginity. Like we were planning the whole thing out, like the whole scene, like how I wanted everything. Like we were planning it, and it was gonna be like a work in progress. So, anyways, let's just get into, now that you have like an idea of the kind of relationship me and Jay had, and my best friend at the time, or so I thought. Let's call her T because her name starts with T. So let's call her T. So basically, it's a real crazy story, and y'all need to brace yourself for this. Now that you know how me and T rocking, you know how me and Jay rocking. Okay, here's how everything went down. So on the weekends, I'm like a socialite. Like I love to go to the movies on the weekends, and I've been changing like different high schools. So for each high school that I go to, like I have some like friends from my old high school. Now, on the weekend times, I always like go out to the movies with my friends, and Jay would come. It would be like my dad would like make me go to the movies because he like see my girls that are my friends at the movies, so he think it's like safe, it's cool, like it ain't no big deal. My biggest issue with like having so many friends from different high schools is that they don't know each other. So like when we all meet up to hang out, like it would be very awkward because you'd have like a group of friends over here and a group of friends over here, and I have to go to this group, go to that group, go to this group, go to that. Like I'd always feel like my friends are sharing me, and it's like really awkward. They don't know each other and they're meeting each other for the first time. So basically what I said, I was just like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna put all my friends in a group, like all my really cool close friends that I have. I'm gonna put all of them in a group. with my boyfriend. So whenever by chance we happen to go to the movies or we happen to like go out and chill, like all of us know each other. So basically everybody in the group is talking. My best friend is in this group, T's in this group, Jay is in this group, with a whole bunch of like other friends that I have that are like really close to me, guys and girls. You can just do what I do so I can continue my video.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
And excuse us at the shot. Okay. So, as I was saying, basically, before I was really interrupted. So, we're all in this group. T and J are in this group, along with all my other friends that I have that are close friends, both guys and girls included, right? Okay, cool. So everybody, like, you know, is talking in the group, getting to know each other. I personally, at the time, like, I didn't care, like, who took whose number from the group and who talked to who, like, separately out of the group. Like, I really did not care. Like, I really didn't care. No harm, no foul. Like, we all just friends here trying to get to know each other so that if we go to a party or if we go to, like, champs together or if we all go to the movies together, it's not awkward because y'all know each other. Like, y'all have like your own relationship where if you see them in person, it ain't gonna be like awkward and I have to be running from this guy to that guy to that girl to that girl. Like, we all one big happy friendship circle right here. So basically, that's what happened, and that's how T and J started having like their own form of relationship together, like their own form of like friendship together. So basically, y'all know the drill. Every Friday, me and Jay, that's our main day that we gonna link up, we gonna walk around, we gonna bond. Now, like, before, T used to understand, like, that's the day that I spend with my boyfriend, and she like get it, and she wouldn't like go home with me on a Friday. She'd go home with me Monday to Thursday, but she knew Friday I was trying to meet my boo, so it's time for her to go. And then one day she was just like, oh, you know, like, let me hang out with you guys. I don't want to go home so early, yada, yada, yada. And I was just like, yeah, sure, you know, it's fine. It's cool. Like, that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. So I thought. So that day, like, you know, she was just like, let me hang out with you guys. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. That's like no issue. Like, you don't want to go home early. Me and Jay are just going to like, it's not like we're going to do anything major. We're just going to like talk about our week, catch up, hug, you know, sneak kisses, stuff like that. Just stuff like that. So sure, come along if you want to. Not a big deal. You my best friend, right? So we're there, we're walking through Half a Tree. Jay is really, really known. He's like super known, super popular, super famous. He's like known. This kid is known. Everybody knows him. Everybody knows him so he's like, you know, what's up, doop with his friends talking, and like, you know, I'm there like, like just looking all cute and stuff, whatever. And we just all there, you know, having a good time. His friends are talking to me, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. T's there, she's chilling, it's a vibe. And then like T would do little things like, cause he's an Indian, so he has curly hair and like he has green eyes. So she would like randomly like play in his hair. And let me tell you something about Jay. Jay is this type of guy, like he's like really calm. He's a calm, collective kind of guy. I like guys like that. Guys that just be chill, because I'm a whole lot of, so I like my niggas to be laid back. So Jay was like very just like, he was always like really chill. So when she played in his hair and stuff like that, he would just be, I can remember it so vividly in my head, because he would just be looking like, he wouldn't like engage or smile or anything. He'd just be like, okay. That's his reaction. Like, that's what it would be. Like, he'd just be like very, yeah, okay. And she just like playing his hair and stuff like that.
The fuck does that mean?
And I was just like, in my head, I was thinking like, that's weird. Like, why would you? But then again, I was just like, you know what? He does have nice hair. And okay, I guess she's not like used to like guys with that kind of hair, so okay, like
Okay guys, I'm not even gonna hold you. This video is way too long, so I'm just gonna end it right here, and this is gonna be part 1. You guys can catch part 2 and how many more parts there is to this video, because this is way too long. So yeah.